Okay, so you're black.
Any male that get angry or emotional is a female. He's a woman.
You gotta be whole,
Yeah,
not out of control.
right. The blacks are a mess. What's wrong with the black?
What do you feel about the N-word?
No such thing as racism.
Where did you get this information?
And then I'm not done yet.
Okay.
What a mess!
The problem with you is, Jesse,
It was amazing.
here we are. Look, what'd you say?
Amazing.
Buddy, how are you?
Amazing.
So good to have you.
Thanks for having me, man. I was looking forward to this.
You were.
Yeah, because I enjoyed you on my show, so it was amazing.
We had a good time.
Sure did.
I got
Sure
some, people gave me some feedback. Now, when you had me on your pod, your questions are very much strict. You don't go out of the box.
Meaning what?
Meaning like, do you love white people? So when you say, do you love white people,
Yeah.
to a guy who's white in this culture right now, and I can say, yes, I love white people, but then the way it's framed, it can be like, well, I don't like any other people. So that's why when I try to say, I love all, black people, brown people, but you're like, do you love white people? I knew what you were doing.
What was I doing?
You were just trying to basically say it's okay to just say I love white people.
Yeah.
Which you're totally right about.
Yeah, it's okay to be white. It's okay to love white people. And I asked that of people, mostly everyone really. And I noticed, especially with white people, they're afraid to say, yes, I love white people. And then the people, non-white folks, they don't want to say they love white people because they hate white people. And so I'm like, how can you have that kind of fear? You're even afraid to say, I love white people.
Well, it's not that. It's not that we have fear. It's not that we don't. It is fear. It's not that we don't love white people. It's just that there's the culture now, as you know.
But why do you care about that?
Well, I work in Hollywood, and it's very divisive.
So if you said you love white people, it'll be tough in Hollywood.
Some person, wild liberal writer would say he's a neo-Nazi.
And do you care about that?
Less and less.
Yeah.
Less and less. But that's what it is. It's not.
Yeah.
But if you say one positive thing about Trump, you're a neo-Nazi.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, if you say something bad against Barack Obama, you're a racist. And it's just too polarizing.
But that's what people think in their own mind. It has nothing to do with the way you think and the way you see it. And we are our own world. Each individual adult is their own world. And you have to decide how you're going to live in your world. Are you going to live as a free person or enslaved? Enslaved people think about what others think about them, what they're going to say, the consequences of it. But if you're a free person, in your world, you have perfect peace, and you're not responsible or concerned about what others think at all. And that's how we're supposed to live.
I so agree with that. How do you get to that mindset? How do you get to that free person mindset?
You got to get to know yourself. Mostly all human beings, except for those who start working on themselves, they don't know themselves at all. Mm-hmm. They think that they are their thoughts. They think that they are their emotions. They think that they are a truck driver or this or that. And those are just fake images and illusion selves about themselves. And so they're living from a false image of self. And in there's nothing but hell. There's no freedom. Because now you're trying to hold on to this false image that you have of yourself, and you protect it as though it's real, but you're miserable. And you got to drop the anger. You got to drop the anger. Anyone that has anger or resentment is insecure. They have fear. They have doubt. They are not free people because of the anger.
Question: do you have anger?
No.
Because you said that to me on your show about the anger.
Right.
And I pushed back on it. And then as I watched it and I thought about it, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you with this anger. And You said this, and tell me if I'm wrong. If you get extra emotional, that's female energy.
Any male that get angry or emotional is a female. He's a woman.
Which is crazy because what if you say to the fighters and boxers, but I'm passionate. Can I be passionate? I mean, I get really emotional about
You're just like your mother, that's why.
I know you said this,
Yeah,
bro.
because a man
Can't have feelings?
No. You will have more fun being free of those things than you would having it. A fighter, you mentioned a fighter. If a fighter did not have anger, he would be in the present at all time. He would be clear and aware of what's in front of him at all time. And so if he's fighting an opponent, he will see clearly how to knock that person out without even thinking about it.
So you're saying this anger, this emotions clouds our vision.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
So
And
you're
any
saying
man
when a man gets emotional, you're saying he's bitch made.
He's just like a woman. He's just like his mother. It's abnormal for men to be angry. That's why you have to overcome your mothers. All mothers. It doesn't matter how rich or how poor, whatever color, whatever parts of the world. I counsel with men and women around the world. It's the same. Any male that has anger is just like their mother. They get mad, they overreact, they gossip, they're jealous, they're envious, they worry, they have doubt, they have fear. They're just like their mothers.
But what about why is it only the mother? Why do you put you said why is it the mother that you're blaming?
Because the evil comes through the woman.
Dude, come on, that's aggressive.
What do you mean?
You don't think men are evil?
Yeah, but they have the spirit of the mother.
So you're saying Jesse, think about what you're saying right now.
Right.
So you're saying when a man gets emotional, it's learned from a woman.
He has the nature of his mother. He lost himself. As a kid, he was a boy growing up. He had the natural nature of a boy. But what happens is the mother interferes with that by imposing her will on them, either trying to control them, make them live through the way she wants them to live, or mothering them too much to get control. And the moment you become angry, this is for boys and girls. The girls are just like their mothers. That's why this cycle repeats itself. They're not themselves either. But the moment you become angry at your mother, you lose your innocence. You lose your natural self, and you become like what you hate. And so you're escaping to your imagination. Women live in their thoughts and emotions. And you escape into your imagination, and you become just like a woman.
So where's the baseline reality for men, in your opinion?
When they overcome their mother by forgiving them, the mothers, they did not know what they've done because their mother did it to them. Generation after generation of mothers are doing this. And when you forgive them by realizing, I can't help myself. I worry. I'm out of control. I don't want to be angry, right? Something is driving me. It's not me. I don't want to be this way. And when you realize that about yourself, it'll cause you to realize that about your mother, and then you will forgive her. Mother, I'm sorry for resenting you. I realize now you couldn't help yourself. Your mother did it to you, and the moment you see that this anger you have is wrong, you're judging, God will forgive you, and he will take away your mother's identity and give you back your father's identity, which is of God.
Bro, but you know what you're saying right now?
What?
You're saying that men are like these perfect deities and the women are the demons.
Right, and the reason it's like
that. Are you saying that?
Yes.
How? So you're saying if men were never meeting women, they would have no problems?
If father had not been set up by their mothers and end up marrying their mothers, they marry women just like their mothers, and the cycle repeats itself. But if boys were protected by their fathers from the spirit of the mother, they would never become like the woman. And what you got to realize is that the God above is the God of the man, and the God below, Satan, is the God of the woman.
Why is that? Why do you say that?
Because at one time, there was perfect order in life, perfect peace, everything was fine. And that was because the man listened to his father, God, and the woman listened to her husband, Adam. And they had peace. And then one day, Eve decided she needed to go to the grocery store to get some dinners to prepare. And
There was no grocery stores in the garden.
Right, it was in the garden though.
Okay. So she goes over there.
Oh, there were a bunch of different trees with different fruits and stuff. And she saw Satan over there. And Satan, hey, Eve, how you doing? Oh, fine. And he's like, you still listen to that man? Oh, yeah, I love Adam. Satan had approached Adam before Eve, and the man resisted him because he had a perfect relationship with his father. He had perfect love. Nothing was missing. So he resisted the devil, right? And so the devil saw the weaker vessel, Eve, and he's like, why are you obeying that man? You could be your own woman. You can take your bra off. You can act like him. And
Satan said this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Eve was like, no, my husband told me to stay away from you. I'm not listening. And so when she got home, she told Adam, I saw Satan down at the market today, and he was trying to get me to turn against you. And I said, no. And then, so for a while, they did fine. The woman still listened to her husband, who listened to the father, and they had perfect peace. And then she went back another time, and Satan was there again. And he was like, you still listen to that man? Why you listen to that man? Look at him. He's not even his own man. He listened to his father. Why you listen to a man that listened to his father? And Eve was like, yeah, you're right. I do. He does listen to his father. He's not his own man. And the moment she believed the lie that came from the serpent, the deceiver, he became her God, and she would no longer listen to her husband.
Where did you get this information?
And then, I'm not done yet. It gets better.
Okay.
And so she would no longer listen to her husband. And then she, because her heart was now evil, had no love, just hate, she kept talking to her husband. Hey, why do you listen to your father, Adam? Why don't you just be your own man? Look at me, I'm free. I know the difference between good and evil now. Because beforehand, they only knew good. They didn't know evil at all. They only knew good because God is good, right? They had God's nature. And so she's like, you could be your own man. And at first, Adam said no to it. And then after a while, she kept seducing him. She like, come on, listen to me. I'll make you a nice dinner and we'll have sex tonight. We'll have some good sex or something. And Adam listened to her and he believed the woman. And the moment he believed the woman, she became his God. And now he can no longer listen to his father. And so the woman became the man's God, and Satan became the woman's God. And that's why men don't know how to deal with women. They don't know what to do with women because the woman is their God, and the serpent is the woman's God, right? And they're never going to know how to deal with a woman in the right way until they forgive the mothers and return to the father. And the father will start to guide them. But that's how all that happened. Amazing. That's a lot, right?
It's interesting.
And it makes sense, huh? Well, if you
am I allowed to say that? But not all of it, because is this in the Bible or is it your?
It's in Genesis. The whole thing laid out in the first book of Genesis.
See, the way you frame it, though, to make it more digestible to what we call general pop, is you're basically saying every woman is evil.
They are.
Yo, but you're never going to get your message out by saying it that way.
That's not true. There are people around the world who are suffering psychologically and emotionally, and they want out. They want to know how to get over that. And they hear about forgiveness, and they're like, yeah, I do resent my mother. And they go and forgive.
But people resent their father, too.
No, they don't.
They do, Jesse.
No, they don't.
I disagree.
I can prove it.
Okay, go for it.
People who resent their fathers, they resent their father with their mother's resentment. They have identified with the mother. The mother played victim. Oh, your dad was so mean to me. Your dad was an alcoholic. Your dad was this. And as a kid, because you're around her all the time, she turned you against the father, made you identify with her. So you resent the father with the mother's resentment, not your own. All children, no matter the color, race, yearn for the father. that emptiness that you have when you have everything and still something is missing, is a yearning for the father. But the mother, due to her jealousy of the father because of the order of things, she doesn't want the children to love their father.
Okay, so hold on. That's intense. Let me just go slow here.
Okay.
So you're saying that men, God was their, that's who they answered to.
Yes.
That was their boss, if you will.
Yes.
And then you're saying that women were answered to men.
Yes.
So that's already going to
And
piss
it was
off all.
perfect.
And you were what?
What?
You said who?
I said it was perfect.
And it was. Yeah, of course it was. So women are going to come back and say, of course it was, because you're controlling us.
Not those women who realize they do resent their mothers. They become just like the mother.
Listen, you're making some interesting points. And then you're saying the women, there's some interesting truth here, but I have to be dicey the way I do it.
Okay.
Is that you said women's God is the serpent.
Yes.
This is interesting.
That's why their nature is evil.
Come on, man. I can't. All women's nature is evil?
Yes.
No, come on.
Until they overcome by forgiving their mothers, so that God, and don't ask your mother to forgive you. You apologize for resenting her. And because the reason you're suffering that you're judging, when you have anger, you judge. And when you judge, it come back on you. You're really doing it to yourself, and it makes you miserable. So you say, hey, mother, I'm sorry for resenting you. And if the mother cry, fine. If she get mad, oh, I need to be forgiving you. Or your dad, no matter what she said, I'm sorry for resenting you, and you'll walk away free. Leave her in her hell.
Okay. Did you ever see the movie Dracula?
A long time ago, yeah.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah.
Did you see when all the women were tempting him? And they were like, you understand what sirens are? Satan sirens.
No, not really.
Sirens are like sexy women that tempt you.
Okay.
Do you know what succubus is?
No.
Succubus is a woman that can suck your soul. You've ever heard that?
No, but it makes sense.
Mermaids.
Yeah.
They say they whisper to you and then they get you and eat you.
That's what every woman do to every man.
So how would the world be set up for you then? How would we, in Jesse's world of men and women, how do we do it?
You got to realize you're wrong for being angry.
Okay, so men start by saying, I'm wrong for being angry.
Yeah, I realized my mother couldn't, or grandmother, because with the black folks, it's a grandmama too. I realized they could not help themselves. I have become like what I hate. I'm just like my mother, right?
Don't say hate. It's a strong word.
How about resentment or anger, which is the same thing. Anger in the good old days when boys were boys used to be called evil. People admitted you were evil.
Anger was evil.
Yeah, but they softened the words down through the generation. Then they went from, oh, you can't say that you hate your mother. Say you resent her. And then that lasted for a while. And then they said, well, just say you're angry. Because, our society, they can't have the words, right? Because at nature can't have the word. They're afraid of words. And so they changed the word, but it's still evil. It's evil. And the only way you're going to overcome being evil. Look how human beings treat each other. Do human beings treat each other like they love one another or they hate one another?
The base level, I'm really believing that they treat each other like they don't like each other. I don't like to say the word hate.
Why
not because I don't hate is such a, I don't want to manifest hate. But I want goodness in the world.
That's what every human being manifests when they have anger, hate. But they just dress it up by calling resentment or anger, right?
You're not wrong.
And so the way to overcome that, you got to admit, I want to remind you that prior to that incident with Adam and Eve, they didn't know anything but good because God was the Father. And that was nothing but good. They didn't even know evil.
So let me go back to this because and then I got so much to ask you. I believe now, and I'm not trying, because when you study religion and stuff, it pushes people away.
I haven't mentioned religion.
100% agree with you.
Yeah.
Do you think that
the answer is not even in religion? God has nothing to do with religion.
Agreed. Agreed. But
Yeah.
when you say God, some people get freaked out, but I agree with you. There's definitely a God.
Right.
Do you believe that the world is inherently compassed by more evil than it is good?
100%.
That okay, because I'm starting to believe that
Yeah,
now.
there's nothing good in human nature.
Come on.
Not you can look up and down.
Not one thing?
No.
Not one thing?
There's nothing good in human nature.
Not one thing?
Not one thing.
Come on, Jesse. Now you're saying
Name
some
one
shit.
thing.
The ability to hug someone. You ever get a hug, Jesse?
When you get you know who's hugging you? An evil person pretending to love you.
Yo, who hurt you?
No.
Come on, Jesse. Listen. Come on, man. You a hug,
When they're hugging
a
you,
great conversation.
You know what? When they're hugging you, they're thinking, "I don't even like this person. I'm just hugging because I want to pretend I'm nice. I'm just hugging because I want to pretend I really agree and like it." They don't like you. They're thinking something else in their mind.
Come on. Yo, bro, come on.
And then they'll walk out the door, just tight hug with you, and they'll walk right down the road and say, "Oh, I just saw this idiot. I don't even like him. I hugged him. I grinned up at him, but I hate him."
Okay, so you don't think somebody helping an old lady across the street with her groceries, that's not kind?
No.
Okay.
It's a form of kindness, but
What's
it's not kind if they get a thrill from it. Let's say you help an old woman cross the road, right? And
thrill?
then, you feel good about it. Oh, I'm such a nice person. I helped her cross the road. Or
self-congratulation?
you look for someone to pat you on the back. Oh, you so nice. You helped that old woman cross the road.
Yes. No,
That's a thrill. That's not nice.
I agree with you. It should just be human nature.
Right.
I agree with you. But what I'm saying to you is that
There's nothing good in human beings.
I disagree.
No, I promise you it's not.
But
I literally promise you it's not.
But Jesse,
I'm not making this up.
Okay, I know, but I do agree though but I don't agree because I do agree that we have to. I don't think here's an example. I think people's baseline nature, they would rather be in a Vegas pool with women in bikinis, drinking, party whistles, listening to music, than they would in church. Right? And now I'm not saying, and I'm one of those people, but now with my eyes open, I'm not saying I want to go to church, but I'm not saying I'm against church because I'm not, but I'm not getting in the pool either.
That's right.
But I did that. Right. But I do see that
we all do that in the fallen state. We're lost.
In the fallen state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're lost and we're just fulfilling our egos. Whatever pleasure we can find, whatever stroking we can do, whatever thrill we can find. We feel good, it's a thrill. Oh, I'm so happy today, I did this, I'm so happy. And then we feel bad, it's another thrill. And we even rejoice in our thrills when we're angry or feeling bad or feeling lonely. And we go and tell somebody, oh, I'm so lonely today. I'm so afraid. I'm so this. You're telling your problems to someone else, and you're getting a thrill from telling that person your problems. And then as soon as you're finished with yours, they tell you their problems. And now they're getting a thrill. So you have two people getting thrills pretending like they care. What a mess.
You know, you make sense. You make there's things that you do, even though I know when you're joking and when you're trolling, but you make sense.
Because it's the truth.
There's truth in it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
One other thing I want to just tell you about the fall.
Go for it.
I'll
shut up.
And God's punishment for Adam, when he listened to the woman, he said that every time you listen to the woman, you will suffer. And then he said to Eve, because you listen to evil, the serpent, you're going to suffer in childbearing. And so if you notice, and then you can look in your own life. You don't have to, if you don't want to tell me, you don't have to. Every time you listen to your mother, you're not married, right?
Mm-mm.
Or your wife or your girlfriend or any woman, you suffer. They always give you the wrong advice, and you wish you had not taken it.
Bro, you need a hug. Come on, man. Were you close with
Have you ever listened to a woman and she gave you good advice?
Yes.
No, you haven't. When?
Things in my life, you know, if I'm obsessing about something, I know I shouldn't obsess.
And plus, you should never let a woman see you obsess. She only judge you. She can't do anything about it. Women judge weak men. when they hear your problem in their mind, they'll be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." But in her mind, she think this is such a weak person.
Okay, well, let me say this. There was one time I did a movie, and I had this amazing co-star, and I did get feminine energy, like you say. I got emotional. It was
All the mama came out.
a lot of pressure, all this stuff. And at the end of the day, we would meet. I would have a glass of wine with her, and I'd be like, this and this and F this and F that. And she was an amazing sounding board, and she would say, "You let it out, baby. You let it all out." So she was very comforting.
Right.
And so as a woman, and she said she gave me some of this advice to calm me down. I think that was real.
But behind your back, she told other women, "Don't ever marry him."
Bro, would you say you hate women?
I love women.
Bro!
Let me tell you why.
Bruh!
Let me tell you why. I love
Bruh.
all people the same because in me there is no hate.
I mean, you definitely don't enjoy. You seems like you'd rather chill with a bunch of dudes than a bunch of women.
I deal with women all the day, all the time, every day. We have the women's forum, we have the fellowship with women, I counsel with women. I deal with women all the time because there are women who are starting to see the truth now, and they're starting to wake up, so they're overcoming evil.
Well, listen, there's some truth to what you're saying. But, obviously, I try to deliver the messages so people don't get freaked out.
But why are you trying to deliver like?
Because, Jesse,
if they're freaking out, they don't want to hear the truth. The truth will only come to those who welcome the truth. You have to open up and allow the truth to come in. Other than that, do you think God bothers with people that don't want to hear the truth? He let you suffer. He let you live in your hell. He let you live in your misery. He let you destroy your children, destroy your marriages. He's not going to do anything because the truth is not going to change for you at all. The truth is the truth. And if you decide you want to be the way you are, it'll leave you that way. The truth only comes to those who realize, you know what, I need the truth here. I need some help. I don't want to be this way anymore. And that's who the truth comes to. So if you try to help, if you're telling someone the truth without judgment and they get mad, that's on them. They don't want the truth. They love their hell. They love their misery. And most people love their misery. If you try to take it away from them, they'll cuss you out. They don't want to be free. They love their misery. So that's why they get mad. They don't want to hear the truth, and they have a right not to want to hear the truth and suffer in their misery, and we don't have any right to judge them for it. Leave them in their own hell.
Dude, I mean, that again is when you become this, like, that is prophetic. Like, it is.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. My problem.
That's why we shouldn't tiptoe around it.
You're so right, because my problem is that, like, okay, well, let me give this to you, service with a smile. Eventually you'll get it. But if they're never going to get it, my problem is I just have to accept that they're not going to dig it. And if they don't like me, that's the messenger. Sorry.
Because if you have perfect peace, you don't need to be liked by anyone.
How do you get to that?
You got to see that you have this anger for yourself, not because I said it or someone said it. You got to see that you living in your imagination. You're thinking about the past. You're thinking about the future. You're worried about this. You're worried about that. And you get all this emotional pain. So you're in hell. And then you see that I am angry. And you see that it came from your mother. You got to go and forgive her. And most people are afraid to face their mothers. They're like, oh, I may hurt her feelings. Or she might get mad. How would I handle that? But shaking in your boots, you got to face her shaking in your boots and apologize for resenting her. She can help herself. And God will forgive you and make you free.
Okay.
Because anyone that has anger is separated from truth. You're never going to know God. You may know about him from reading the Bible or whatever, right? But you're never going to know him. Knowing about God is not knowing God. It's just knowing about him. That's not going to help you at all.
Now, you're talking about a connection.
Yeah.
So let's switch for a second. Because
you got to forgive your mother so you can get over this ego concern about, oh, I don't want to hurt their feeling with the truth.
No, it's not that. I don't mind hurting people's feelings. It's just that we live in a conflict world.
But
Jesse,
you can live in a free world, no conflict.
Okay, Jesse, hold on. How? If I go and I got to work in a business, with people that are like activists, right? Because I believe something, about gender. If I don't want to use somebody's pronouns, right, and if I just say, you look like a chick, and I call you a chick, and she's like, I'm not, then I got to set for the consequences in this town.
Right, I understand.
So don't play ball.
What will happen once you forgive, you're going to live in the present where the truth is all the time, right? The light. And you're going to live by the light, and the light will guide you through all that stuff.
Okay, but Jesse, let's stay right here. If someone believes their truth is completely different than your truth, what are you going to do? Just avoid them?
You would do nothing because they have a right to believe what they want to believe. That's their hell. That's their misery, right? And you're not going to argue with them about it. You're not going to try to prove anything. If somebody want to be a transgender, whatever they want, you're going to realize it's not them, but something else is made a home in them and controlling them, and you won't judge them. And so you'll live in a world where you neither agree or disagree with it. You have no opinion about it.
And so, but we need to coexist.
Yeah, you will.
Okay.
You'll be able to deal with them, but without any opinion or judgment about them at all.
But it's not me. I don't judge them. They'll judge me if they think I have a judgment.
But that won't be your concern. That's their hell. That's their world, not yours.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine living in a world where you neither agree or disagree?
Can you imagine living in a world where you neither agree or disagree? Well, it feels like pacifism.
Why would that feel like pacifism?
Well, that just feels, actually, if you don't agree or disagree, it feels like everyone's a robot. You're saying you're basically seeing
Why would you say that?
You're saying everything is peaceful?
Your world would be perfect peace. And everything you do will work out for you naturally, and it would be easy, and it would be without a burden. And it would be amazing. The only reason that with Hollywood and stuff like that, is the only reason you're having difficulty with them because you're not free in your own world. We are our world, right? You're not free within. If you were free within, the outer world could not touch you at all.
Dude,
I promise you that.
You came on my podcast and became your podcast.
What do you mean?
You're making a lot of sense. Okay, let's go slow.
It's your world where all your problems are not. And even your problems are not even real. They're just an illusion in your imagination. All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. And you believe in thoughts. As long as you live in the world of thoughts, thoughts produce thoughts. Spirit produce spirit. Thoughts produce thoughts. And what? When you live in that thought world, you go from one thought to another one. Let's say you meet a girl. I'll use that for an example. And she seems so nice, right? And then you find out later it's not who she appeared to be. And then the thought would tell you need to get rid of this one. This is not who you thought. And the thoughts would tell you to look over here and get that one. Go to church or go there and get that one. And you get that. And then you find out later there's the wrong one too. And then you go to another one. Because all you're doing is consulting with evil and thought. People think the thoughts are true and they're not. And they're consulting with thought after thought after thought. When you stop consulting with thoughts, then you'll be free. You'll see what you do.
Okay, so you're black.
It's a space.
Okay, so you're black. Now, when you say that, you get called names by the blacks.
Oh, yeah. Uncle Tom, everything.
What is an Uncle Tom?
A black person, in their mind, a black person who think he's white.
So was that the house guy?
Yeah.
The guy who worked in the house?
Yes.
And the field guy was a different guy?
Right. And the field guy is jealous of the house guy.
Because the house guy got in.
You got it made.
Okay. And the field guy's in the sun.
Right.
Okay. So do you think racism exists?
No. It never has existed, never will exist, cannot exist, no such thing. It's just a made-up word in order to control, to get perceived power and wealth. Because just think about the word racism. You can never solve a problem if you think that somebody's racist. But if you know they're evil, then you can deal with that. Our battle is a spiritual battle. It has nothing to do with the physical at all. So no, it doesn't exist. It's a made-up word.
So it's made to divide us.
Yes.
So when Morgan Freeman says the way to stop racism is to stop talking about it, you agree with that?
No, because there's no such thing as racism.
So you even go on one step further.
Yeah.
So what do you
Call
tell?
it what it is evil or good.
So what would you tell a young black woman who thinks that you're wrong? What would you tell her?
That if she wanted to hear the truth, that she need to overcome her anger so she can see the truth and see. Most, as I said, most people don't know themselves. But if she knew herself, she would see that it's evil because she would see that her heart is wicked and that she's living in darkness. And if she wanted to overcome, she would work on herself. Know thyself, right? Mm-hmm. She would work on herself and overcome anger, resentment, evil. And then she would have a clear mind.
So you grew up in Alabama.
On a plantation down in Alabama during the Jim Crow law. And
what is Jim Crow, actually?
Jim Crow is supposed to have been, I guess, a law that they say would not allow the blacks and the whites to mix or go to the same schools and stuff like that.
Who's Jim Crow?
Some white guy.
So it was a white guy.
I guess so. His name sounds white. I never did meet him.
Crows are black.
Oh,
I didn't know. Jim Crow.
I never did meet him, so I just assumed you were white.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jim Crow said this law is about segregation,
right.
Correct?
Yeah.
And so you grew up in the middle of Jim Crow.
Yes.
And you told me.
I remember for color signs only, whites on the side. I had to pick cotton, plant the field.
You picked cotton.
I picked cotton. We would break the soil to plant the cotton and the peanuts and the corn and sweet potatoes and collard greens and okras. I'm getting hungry.
No,
yeah. And all that. And then we brought in the crop, and it was amazing.
So did you live only with black people?
Yes.
Did you go to school with only black people?
Yes.
And you told me, though, that you told me this, and you said this in your heart of hearts, that you didn't feel that you experienced racism.
Right.
So, but did you go to white establishments?
Yes.
And they let you in?
Yes.
How?
Through the front door.
Did they kick you out?
No, I've never been kicked out of it.
So then why are there a ton of people in our history books, in our news, why are they saying this man would be lying?
To deceive you. They don't want you to know the truth. Deceivers don't want you to know the truth. The truth may set you free, and they can't control you. They are doing this for money and power.
But you're telling me, did everyone in Alabama have your... What about all the stuff we saw with black people hanging from trees and all of that stuff?
I've never seen a black person hang from a tree.
Okay, but this
except in a movie.
No, but it was pictures of history. So you like all I'm saying is there's going to be a black person I could interview your age that would say I was completely race
right.
Okay, so what do you say to that person?
That they need to drop their anger so they can see that it was evil. When if that happened, when it happened, it was evil. It wasn't racism.
Okay, but you're saying it could have happened. It was just
it may
a different
have happened,
but
one thing I can guarantee you, it did not happen to the degree that you see in the movies, in the books, and at the black museums and things like that. It did not happen to that degree. I can promise you that.
Because you lived in Alabama.
Yes.
And so...
I remember when the Jim Crow, when the civil rights movement came along,
mm-hmm.
which was the worst thing that ever happened to the blacks, other than abortion, was the civil rights movement.
So you're saying the worst thing that ever happened to the blacks...
Other than abortion...
is the civil rights.
Yes.
Okay, so why? And then we'll get to
because prior to that, we were taught to treat everyone the same, treat the way you would like to be treated. That this thing is a spiritual battle, it had nothing to do with the color. And there were decent white people and decent black people and bad white people and bad black people. But treat people the way we like to be treated. And that's what we grew up with, that mindset. And then the civil rights people decided they wanted to control the blacks so that they could get into government, they can get into position, and they set themselves up as leaders of black people. There were no black leaders growing up. It doesn't even make sense that another person wants somebody, especially a man, you want some man over you as your leader. Does that make sense? I can lead my own life.
Mm-hmm.
And if who is telling you how to lead your life that you got to tell me how to lead my life. Why can't I lead my own life, So there were no leaders. But they told blacks that, you know what, the white man's against you. You can't go to this place or that place. We need a movement. We got to join together and fight that old white man. And the blind blacks did. They joined them, and look what happened. They're worse off today than any other time in the history of life.
Who is worse off?
The blacks.
Blacks.
Yeah, because now they look to leaders to tell them how to think, how to live, how to vote. And then what the civil rights movement people did, they tore up the family. Because prior to that, you have fathers and mothers together for the most part. Less than 10% of the children were born out of wedlock. And they had a father and a mother, but they told the black women, we're going to give you welfare. We want you to become a Democrat. We're going to give you welfare. You're owed that, right? But you can't have a man in the home. And so they broke God's order by taking the man. The man is the light of the family. He leads the wife into how to raise the children. She can't raise children on her own. She doesn't know how. And she doesn't have the mental stability to do that.
I mean, you're going to get pushback on that, but I do agree that there's a child should have two parents.
They need
and
their
I do
father.
Agree the father should be a leader, and the woman should be a leader in her own way, supportive. But
Father her husband. And so they told these black people told the black people, we're going to give you welfare, and you can't. And I totally remember this. And even if they had a man in the home, when it was time for the welfare person to come by and check on the home, they would tell the husband or the boyfriend to leave the house. The woman would, or hide somewhere in the house so they don't. The social worker at the time, they didn't call them social worker. The welfare person wouldn't see that there was a man in the home, and they set themselves up to be leader, destroyed the family, and the family. See, look at the family today; it's not there anymore.
So what's the difference percentage-wise between fathers in white homes and fathers in black homes?
I know that according to all the reports I've seen, somewhere between 70 to 80% of black homes don't have fathers in the home.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
70?
High 70s for sure, and maybe a little higher.
Why? And you're saying the fatherless home in the black community was started by these leaders who victimized black people, saying you've been victims, and it's been passed down through generation to generation.
For personal gain.
And we're going to give you money.
Yep.
And so then you're going to live off the state, which emboldened black people's mindset to say we're owed something.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
And the blacks still think that way. Because look how much they rely on the government now. And then their black leaders always trying to get programmed. They call it DEI, I guess.
Diversity, equity, inclusion.
That's a welfare program. You don't have to be, black people don't have to qualify for anything. They don't have to know anything. They don't have to do anything. They just need to be black. And they let them in, right? And they offer them money. They offer them free jobs.
They got to have some skill.
No. Zero.
Come on, Jesse.
And the white man not going to say, well, I'm not hiring you because you're not qualified. They'll be afraid to call racist.
That's true.
And so they keep giving black people, they rename it. They name the program. They used to be welfare, then affirmative action, then reparations. Now you got the DEI. It's the same thing. It's the same program. Keeping the blacks relying on the government.
Okay, so do you think it's going to get better?
No.
It's going to get worse?
Yes.
Do you think we're actually headed towards a race war?
I hope not, but it's possible. I think that what's going to happen to the whites in America is the same thing that happened to the whites in South Africa. Because in South Africa, the white people, when they were running that country, it was beautiful. Everything was in order, nice building, no trash, everything was fine. And then the black people start calling them racist and you this and you that. Nelson Mandela came along, a communist, and he was worshipped by America and other places. And finally, the white people just got tired of being called racist. They ran them out. And they went out to the farmland. And even when they moved out to the farmland, the blacks would go out there, eventually rob them, kill them. It got so bad that the white people had to put up, at first they just had regular security guard, human beings. Then they put up fences around the home, electric fences, and they had got, and the blacks still broke in. And now there's a genocide upon blacks. I mean, upon whites by the black. That's what's going to happen in America, and it's already happening. It's in the making. There will be genocide upon the whites.
How? Why? When? How?
Because they can get away with it. White people are afraid to stand up for themselves, and the blacks hate their weakness. And even the young, even the young black kids are hating white people for no reason at all. It's been passed down, and they are fighting young people. You saw this case in, I think it was Cincinnati, where this white man was beat up and this white woman was beat up by a
2 weeks ago.
of black people, right?
Well,
they stopped them.
The argument.
They knocked the woman out. There's no argument for that kind of violence.
It was terrible.
There's no argument
It was
for that.
terrible.
There's no reason for
they're
that.
saying that, I agree. They were saying that they were attacked first.
It doesn't matter.
But I agree. They should have just pushed each other and walked away.
Right.
It was crazy.
That
It
happens
was too
all
much.
the time,
It was
man.
too much.
It happens all the time to white people. I saw this video that we played on our show where these 3 young black boys, according to the story on X, went into the supermarket and got grocery bags of food, just about like mama. Not paying for it, just stealing it. And they locked the door so they couldn't get out. And they're like, open the door, bitch. Who you think, you white bitch? Open the door. And they don't care. They're like, I'm going to call my mama. And the little kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can get away with that now, and nothing's going to be done about it. A genocide is coming.
A genocide means death.
Right.
I hope it's not.
They're
death.
dying in South Africa.
I've been to South Africa.
Yeah.
Your defense and all that stuff is true.
Yeah, I'm not making this up.
No, there's a song, "Kill the Farmer."
And that's
But they're
kill the bull.
Yeah, I know the whole song. But the thing is that they're going to argue that the white took the land first, and now then the blacks are saying we're taking the land back. It's all fucked up.
Yeah,
but
that's not a reason to be violent.
No, listen,
because
man.
Because every time you give blacks some land, all they do is destroy it. They don't make it better.
Well,
just think about how many in this country, how many white communities blacks have moved into.
Well, you used to live.
And the white move out.
You used to live in Gary, Indiana.
Yes.
Which is
and
the home
it was
of
beautiful when I first went there.
In Gary. And then
you could walk down the road. There were white businesses everywhere. People, it was just free.
Were there black businesses?
And then one day, yes.
Okay.
And then one day, they decided to elect a black mayor, Richard Hatchett, I think his name was. I could be wrong about that. And the very next day, it was on a Tuesday, the election. The very next day, all hell broke out. The black was fighting the whites on the bus. It was so bad. I had not seen that kind of violence before. Growing up in Alabama, I had not seen that. Growing up in Alabama, I don't even remember seeing a fight with black on black fight.
Okay.
Not with the kids or no one. I remember one time I was on the field, the batting field. We were playing baseball. And this one guy thought it was his turn to bat up, and I thought it was mine. We were arguing over the bat. That's the only fight I know about. And then I went to Gary, Indiana. They hired a black mayor. And the very next day, all hell broke loose. In the schoolhouse, they were walking in front of the white people. Get out of my way. They would be walking down the hallway, and if white people coming, they'll stop and make the white person go around them. The kids. And then it got so bad. I had a white friend back then because I was kind of afraid of the blacks. And
you're black.
As an ace of spades, but I had not seen that kind of violence.
Okay.
Really.
Right.
And so... And the next thing I knew,
What about? You ever say as a black clover? Could you say that?
What?
Ace of spades. You say black clover. So wait, you're in school,
and then the next day, so my friend and his family moved away. I never did see him again. The white people just picked up and left, and Gary just become a hellhole. It's worse now than ever.
Gary is
Indiana.
Okay, so what do you feel about the N-word?
The what?
N-word.
What's that?
You know what that is.
No, never. Or nigger rah-rah.
Is that the country?
Are you talking about nigger rah-rah?
I'm talking about, ninja. What
I
do you
feel nothing about it at all.
What
Zero.
do you feel
about
that,
it at all?
Do you think it's a mixed message when it's in every rap song?
Yeah, black people don't care about that word.
So then
They don't care about.
I don't think black people care about the word.
Right.
You tell me because you're black, but then again, you're not black, you say.
I am black.
You're black.
Black skin, but white on the inside.
Damn. You getting that? You're in the dining room. See what you did? You're in the dining room. So, hold on. So, because it's said so much in rap and different music.
Right.
And then it's a cultural thing. If you're gonna, in fact, black people I know will call me that.
Yeah.
And, I don't say it back.
Yeah.
They wouldn't care because it's just a way to say, what's up, dude?
So why don't you say it back?
Society. I don't want a camera. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
afraid.
Yeah, of course.
Have no fear.
Okay, so let me go drop a couple N-bombs in the hallway.
No, don't just drop it.
Or
just
Chipotle.
That's not the way to do it either.
I'm going to say, hey,
But-
and can I have some extra?
No, you don't do it that way.
Okay, then what do you want me to do?
It's supposed to be like a fun word, I guess. But the one thing I want you to know is that black people don't care about that word. They use that pretend to care to control white people. That's the only reason they react to it.
But a lot don't react to it. The news makes you think it's this, but a lot of people do not care. I agree with you.
Yeah, but it's to control white people.
But do you think that white people should be able to say the N-word?
Yes, if they wanted to.
Wow, interesting. Okay, now what do you feel about what's going on with ICE?
Ice, baby.
Yes.
I love it.
So do you feel that
It's
there's
about time that we had a president that looks out for the citizens, look out for the country, put America first. And all these people who are here illegally should be sent back home. They have broken the law. There's a better way to come into our country, through the front door, not the back door. And I'm grateful that the great white hope, they call him king. What manner of man is this? The world obeys him. Mm-hmm. I'm grateful for him. We're blessed to have Donald Trump as president. And he's doing the right thing. When I see that, when they're collecting these people, it brings joy to me because somebody is looking out for us. The Democrats didn't care because they just want votes. They don't care about the crime. Crime is out of control. It was already out of control with the blacks. It's extra out of control now. And the Democrats don't care about that. The right or Republicans don't care either, to be honest. But Donald Trump does. And it's really nice to see somebody truly putting America first.
So when you see that what is happening, you think you agree that America is a melting pot of different races. Agree?
Yeah, yes.
And I'm an immigrant too. I mean, I was born here, but I'm not from native here. My lineage, you're not native here, correct?
Yes, no, I was born here.
I was too, but I mean, our lineage, they're going to say you're somewhere over there and I'm somewhere
Yeah,
over
I was from Alabama.
I know, but you know what I'm saying.
No, I don't.
Okay.
What?
They're going to say, before Alabama, you were from somewhere else.
No, I'm from Alabama. I was born in Sweet Home, Alabama.
Well, I was born in Philadelphia.
So then you this is home.
I know.
Africa is not my home. I don't know anybody from Africa. And when I was growing up, nobody in my family told me they were from Africa. We were told we were.
What do we say? Can we say black people? Can I say black? This is my black friend, or I have to say this is my African American friend?
I would say this is my black friend.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't say African.
And you say this is your. Well, I just like to say my friend, but if you have
Right.
to, but you say as a white dude, or you say that's a Caucasian dude? Because I don't care.
Right.
What do you say?
The white guy.
White guy. Okay, I agree with you.
Yeah, I never say Caucasian.
So you got the what we're talking about here is you threw me off because I was talking about. So do you believe that this country is allowed, different races should be allowed in this country? Everybody, right? You agree with that? No?
No,
Okay,
not
Jesse.
anymore.
Come on, man.
What I've noticed, and I've talked about this.
Well, how do you feel
myself,
about the Mexicans?
the same way I feel about anybody?
There's good Mexicans and there's bad Mexicans?
I love everybody, and that's what I feel.
But do you love black people?
I love the blacks.
Okay.
Yeah. But these people should not be allowed into our country illegally.
But you're saying anyone, white, a person from Croatia doesn't have cards, right?
Not illegally. They shouldn't
Okay.
be able to come here illegally.
So yours is not a race thing, it's a legal thing.
Right.
Okay.
And right now, we shouldn't even allow legal people to come in. We need to shut everything down for now and clean up the mess and then regroup and see the best way to do it. And maybe let somebody come in legally, but we shouldn't let anyone in at this point. It's too messy right now.
You said Black Lives Matter was an evil organization.
Oh God!
What do you mean by that?
They first of all, they're a bunch of fat black lesbians, right? Who hate God, who hate the order of family, who is really causing all this mess for their own personal gain. And I could not believe that America agreed with Black Lives Matter. They're worse than the KKK ever could be, right? I could not believe that America agreed to, and they said they're lesbian. I didn't say. I'm just saying what they call themselves. But I could not believe that America agreed with angry black people like that to get rid of the police. You have the criminals telling you to get rid of the police so that they can just commit more crime. And America agreed with that. Isn't that insane?
Yeah, but I don't think we got rid of the police.
Where are they?
They're here. Come on.
Where?
All in the streets.
Where?
They're everywhere, bro.
Say that to the people in the valley right now. The police come there after the crime has been committed and the people are gone.
In the valley?
Yeah, Sanford Valley. And
there's cops.
Huh?
There's cops.
Well, a cop shows up after the crime is committed. They don't show up before the burglar leave or whatever they're doing, right? Because we need to bring back the cops. We need to bring back bail bond. We need to bring back
What'd you say?
Tough.
Bail bonds?
You know they have no bail bonds now. So
they don't have bail bonds?
Right. The people walk right into the jailhouse and right out the back door.
No.
Yeah?
No.
I'm not making it up.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, they put people in jail.
Once every blue moon, but that won't really last long. Unless you're white. Now, if you're a white man, you go to jail. You're stuck.
Okay, wait.
But no, they walk right in and out. I know about it. I know for a fact it's true.
So Charles Manson, this is real, believed there was going to be a race war. Did you know this?
Right.
And like you said there's a good chance there's going to be a race war.
I hope not, but it definitely look like it. If not a race war, it's definitely going to be a genocide upon white people. Because that's already happening.
So what are you saying?
They're beating up white people. They're robbing white people. They're killing white people. They are white people afraid to speak. They go into white people community and rob their homes and everything. And so the same thing happened in South Africa is happening. And you have foreigners in our government. You have black women in government. Like Jasmine Cricket and Maxine Waters and all those people. Those people are evil people.
Jasmine Cricket?
Yeah, remember Jasmine Cricket from Texas?
Crockett.
What?
Crockett.
Crockett?
Yeah.
Oh, not Cricket?
Not crooked.
She sounds cricket.
I thought you said cricket, but you saying she's crooked.
Yeah, Jasmine Cricket.
Crockett. Okay, so you're saying
you made me right.
You're not a fan of Miss.
Look how evil these people are. Mm. I remember once when
the Omar lady don't seem to like us.
No, and think about that. This woman's supposed to be a refugee.
She doesn't seem to
from
like us.
Somalia or wherever she came from. Mm-hmm. And America brought her here because she was a refugee. They allowed this foreigner to get into our government, and she hated us.
She doesn't seem to like us.
Not at all.
She doesn't seem to like you either.
Not at all. In government. We should not allow foreigners to run for government. They should not be police officers. They should not be Congress and senators and mayors and any of that stuff.
Well, New York's about to get...
I rest my case.
What's the mayor? What is he supposed to do?
Totally socialist. Communist, socialist.
What is...
I believe he hates America, to be honest, especially Christians.
How did he get involved?
The young people voted him in. Especially young white, according to all the report, young white women voted him in. Educated white women. That's why you should never marry an educated woman because they don't make for good wives and mothers. They on an ego trip like 90 going north. Would you ever marry an educated woman?
Bro, it's hard for me to even consider marriage. So I mean that's the
Right.
whole other thing.
Right.
But you were married, so you actually did this. People should know that you were married, correct?
Well, I wasn't married, but we lived together, and I did it the
And you
way
had children.
I did it the way black people do. I had a child out of wedlock, and when I moved to L.A.,
White people do it too.
and so now I have 2 grandkids,
Okay.
adults now,
Okay.
and 3 great grandkids.
Okay.
So,
You just made me lose my train of thought.
but people like gas. I remember.
How did his guy? So it's interesting that you say this. The education system has radicalized some of these people.
Yes,
I agree with
especially the women.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
Yeah.
You're not wrong there.
And their minds are already messed up, and now they're educated. They're on a trip like never before, and they the one voted for that kind of a guy.
Okay, so, well, yeah, I agree.
A socialist.
What is actually socialism? Explain that to me.
Socialist is a desire to control the people. When you want to socialist, it's about control, and they control you by giving you free stuff, by telling you that it's not your fault. It's by telling you I care about you. They don't. The capitalist people want you to work. They want you to be independent, free thinker. You shouldn't have to do that. I'll take care of you, and that's about control.
And so accountability is not big in this way, is
Not
it?
at all now.
Saying, hey, you were wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's gone now. What a mess, huh?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But I want you to know that things are only going to get worse. They're not going to get better.
So what do I do? Move down to Tuscaloosa?
Well, hopefully.
Why are you still here?
Hopefully, and I'm not just talking about here in California.
No, you're talking about America.
Right. It's going to get worse in America. In the so-called red states and blue. Evil is evil, and then people in the blue states are moving to the red states, and they're taking those things, ideas to the red states, and the same people that ran from the blue state, the conservative Christian, they ran out of fear, and these people followed them, and they're still controlling them because they're afraid. Nothing changing.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah, 100%. Remind me to ask about peace. What about AI? Are you familiar with AI?
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay. For real, though, are you?
Yeah.
So it's called artificial intelligence.
Right.
So it's
I
getting...
think it's a dangerous thing.
Of course it is. But somebody also made a great point that says, what's fire? Fire can be used for good or for bad, correct?
Right.
So that's going to be AI.
And AI will be used for good or bad.
100%.
Because human nature is evil.
Well, hopefully not all, but I do think that we do leans toward the bad before the good. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
We have to fight to be good. Do you agree with that?
No.
I don't have to fight to be. I think I'm more naturally good, but I definitely have temptations.
You can't fight to be good. Will you want me to tell you how to become good?
No, meaning like I'm naturally my state. I think I'm good, but I definitely.
What's good about you?
I don't want to hurt you.
What's good about you, though?
I don't want to see you in pain.
What's good about you?
These are things I don't.
Why don't you want to see me?
I don't want you to suffer.
Why do you not want me to suffer?
Because I would hate it if I suffered.
So it's about you and not about me.
I know, you're right.
That's not good.
Well, I was taught as a Catholic Christian.
Right, we're at the Pope now.
Well, hold on. I was do unto others as you want done unto yourself. Is that not a healthy way?
Yeah, but you ain't going to find that anywhere.
It's not. That's not true.
Uh-huh.
That's not true.
Where?
That's not true.
Where?
I let you live your life. You let me live my life.
But you're rare.
Okay, that's what I think. But let's go back for a second. People say that AI is summoning the demon that is the devil. Do you know anything about that?
Well, I've not heard that before, but I do know that because human nature is evil, AI is bringing out the worst in them. That's for sure. It's a temptation. It's a thrill for evil people to use AI to try to hurt others.
Okay, so you familiar with OnlyFans?
Okay. That's a dating thing?
More than that.
Oh, that's where the women are sluts?
Ish, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's men too, but mostly women.
Right. Mostly women.
Do you feel that we're living in a time when the society's more sexualized more than ever?
Yeah, because this is hell on earth. And in hell, sex is first.
Why?
Because it's a great thrill. It's a great thrill. And the women knows that. That's why if you notice, women are always showing skin. When the last time you seen a woman fully dressed?
Been a minute.
What?
Been a minute.
Yeah, because they know sex is just like drugs. They seduce you with sex. That's why they have the OnlyFans thing or whatever you call it. Because sex, that's what happens in hell. Sex become prevalent, and this is hell on earth inside of human beings.
Is hell an actual place?
Yeah, there is a hell below, but hell on earth lives inside of human beings, and it works through human beings to destroy that person and to destroy every person around them that is not aware of what's going on. It worked through human beings. Human beings are evil.
I don't agree with that part.
Why not?
Because I've met a lot of good people that are
You've
like,
never met a good person.
come on, dude.
I promise you that.
Stop trolling.
No, I'm telling you the truth.
It's the truth.
No, you never met a good person.
So everyone's just an evil person.
Every human being, until they return to the Father, is evil.
What about people
Why
that
do-
are saved?
They are worse. They have no love.
Okay, let's go deeper. The Gaza Strip. What is your advice?
That Israel should take it back.
Ooh, he's coming in hot. You're going against UCLA and all those universities.
Because they hate Israel because it ain't about the land. Israel giving up a lot of land. Israel done a lot.
But they say Israel invaded their land.
I don't know if that's true or not, but that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
They want to push the Jews into the ocean. It ain't about the land at all. They hate the Jews, just like the blacks, and now some of the other people of color hate the whites, and they want to push you guys into the ocean.
So
For no reason at all, they hate them, because there's never a reason to hate. There's never a reason to be angry, but their hearts are wicked, and it's about that.
how do you think that resolves? If it does, it doesn't, does it?
No, only because human hearts are evil, it's never going to resolve.
So what do you see happening?
Each human being got to overcome evil within themselves. All thoughts are all lies. All emotions are evil. Once you overcome that, you're going to live in your world. And what people don't know, there is another reality. There is another way of living, but it's from within, not from without. And when you can live from within by knowing yourself, it doesn't matter what's going on around you with your children, your family, your wife, your husband, the world, you won't be bothered by it at all. You will be protected by good. Good love. Love is children, and it will protect you. In spite of everything going on, you will have perfect peace because you are in control of your world, and you have become a whole person instead of the divided person. Anyone that has anger is divided. They're not whole. They're out of control. You want to be a whole, not a divided person. And when you drop that anger, I promise you, you'll become a whole person and you will have perfect peace.
Did you hear what you just said?
What?
That should be on a sweatshirt. You got to be whole,
Yeah,
not out of control.
right. And a whole person is not out of control. They have no fear. They have no doubt. Now, they watch them, physically they watch themselves walking down the road, But you have no fear, no conflict, no worries, no doubt. You're not looking for love because you already have love. You're a whole person. And so you have perfect peace.
So would you say whole and you're in control of your soul?
Yes, 100%.
Can people have sex out of wedlock? Is that legal in your mind?
Out of wedlock?
Yeah, do you have to be married to have sex?
No, they do it all the time. I had sex out of wedlock.
I know. So does that make you evil?
No. What make you evil is your wicked heart.
Your heart.
Yeah, the evil heart. Anyone that has anger or resentment is evil. And an evil person cannot enter into perfect peace. You're not going to get in. That's why you must forgive your mother or grandmother or whomever. And then you can enter into perfect peace, because evil hate good. And so evil cannot enter into this place of where good is located. That's why you must go and forgive before you can enter into the kingdom.
And if you were president tomorrow, what's the first thing you would do?
I would, that's interesting. I don't know exactly what I would do, because I have to find out what's going on first. But the one thing, I would end all this phony idea about racism. I would bring back police. I would have tougher laws like we used to have at one time. I would make sure everybody work that can work. Nothing's free. You know, the government is set up to help those who have a temporary issue going on. They were working and something went wrong and they need it temporarily. Maybe those people, right? But I would make sure that Americans take back control of their own lives and become free thinkers for themselves and not listen to what somebody else says.
Mm-hmm.
Come back to be independent again, the way it was in the good old days.
How would you deal with the homeless situation?
Homeless, one thing I would not give them a dime. I would not give them free houses. I would not give them I wouldn't give them free nothing. And make them get up and do for themselves or die. Because they're just in the way. They're nothing but trouble. And they are so nasty and selfish and
homeless people?
Inconsiderate. They'll come to your establishment and dig things out of the trash can, and if you have a bunch of boxes and things in there, they'll throw it all out, leave it on the ground, and walk away.
I mean, that's true. You can't say all homeless people are like that.
Yeah, they are.
The problem with you is, Jesse.
They're selfish.
The problem with you, Jesse, is
and
you're
don't
so
look at
black
them
and
when
white.
you see them.
You're black and white. You never have any gray.
Yeah, I am white on the inside, black on the outside.
Yeah.
But listen, when you're walking down the road or you're about to get on the freeway, don't look at them.
Because you get hit for a $5.
Yes. They try to get you to look.
Yeah, you get that $5.
And they will control you.
So the homeless people control you with the looks.
Yeah, they look. Oh, and now you're emotional. You feel bad for them, and you'll give them money, and now you feel good. But you wish you had not done it, but you were weak, and you were on an ego trip, and you needed the thrill. So you give them the money, and to see you say, oh, I was so nice to that homeless person. I gave that homeless person some money. You don't know you've been used by that homeless person.
So you're
I literally know aware of a person who pretended to be homeless. And
black or white?
Black.
Okay.
And they sat at different locations, businesses and things like that for years.
You're gonna say black. You say black. Black.
Well, black and slow. That's the blackness in me.
Okay.
I'm black and slow. And that homeless person would drive a beautiful pickup truck. And they were parking down the road from the location they were out there begging. And when it's time to leave, for them to leave, they would go and get in their truck. And then I saw the homeless person driving a nice car one day. And I'm like, oh, what you doing? Where you get that car from? And like, oh, I got a couple of these cars. I'm going to get my son one of these cars. And they went to take the car to the son, and the son didn't want it. And I'm like, I thought you were going to give that car to your son. Well, he didn't want it. And then I saw that homeless person recently. They were driving a black G-Wagon and yet begging in front of an establishment. I'm like, you have a G-Wagon? They're like, oh, yeah. And they like, my father died or something, they said, and gave me a ranch. And I'm like, so why are you out here begging? Well, I need some money to buy gas for the G-Wagon and pay for some stuff at the ranch.
So you're saying a person that you knew was homeless, was actually homeless, then got left money.
But they were not homeless. They were pretending to be homeless. Because they made more money being homeless than they did working. I remember once I saw this this same person there,
Yeah.
and they had like a couple $1,000. They're like, look, Jesse, these people gave me a couple $1,000 today.
No.
Yeah, I promise you. I'm not making it up.
No, you made a couple that doing what?
Begging for money.
Come on.
Because the people, for the thrill and to think that they're good, they give the poor homeless person money.
So you're
Especially
saying
if they're black.
You go hard on the blacks. So you're saying people do things for their own bullshit.
100%.
Yeah, that's not wrong.
100%. It's always about them.
Virtue
It's
signaling.
always about the ego. It's to get a thrill. Human beings love thrills. Why do you think people love revenge? It's a thrill. They get a thrill from trying to hurt others. It's all about the thrill. When men and women meet together, it's all about the thrill. Oh, I love you. You love me. You're so pretty. You're so handsome. Oh, let's go out. Let's go to dinner. Oh, blah, 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 right? Mm-hmm. And then it's about the thrill. And then they get married sometime or they move in. And the day after the move in or the wedding, the thrill is gone. It's from a high thrill to a low thrill. Now they hate one another. And two devils fight. It's all about the thrill. It's not love.
That's so good. But how do we get the love then?
By overcoming evil.
Can people get married and have a love?
You can get, if you overcome evil and you allow good to guide your life, you come to, the man and the woman are put together by truth. They will have a marriage that will last until death do you part. And then you wouldn't have to put one effort into making it work. 0 effort. It'll work naturally because it comes from good. And good, everything is already laid out for you.
That's amazing. And I believe that.
Yeah.
Is men's natural state to be monogamous or not?
Yes.
It is.
It's an abnormal state to be otherwise.
Okay.
It's a fallen state.
You really make things that are contradicting, I would think, but they're not. Okay. Is women supposed to be monogamous or not?
Yes.
Okay.
It's that fallen state that make them look for love, and instead of getting love from the man, they get screwed. Because it's natural for women to want a family, want to get married, have children, but they shouldn't want it over truth first. They should want what's right first. They should want to be whole first. And so when they get married, they're not trying to get something from the man. They're not trying to get love. They're not trying to get their ego stroked. Oh, you don't take care of my emotions. You don't care how I feel. They're not trying to get anything because they have perfect peace, and the marriage works on its own.
So do you think women should have careers?
If they don't have a husband, they got to work. Absolutely.
But do you think a woman is happier with a child or a career?
Well, women who hate men will be happy with a career because when the kids don't stroke the mother the way a job would, the woman will go to work and they tell her how wonderful she is on the job. So she feel important and needed and loved, right? Whereas the kids, it's your parent. You're not going to stroke them every day and all that. And so they go to work or get a job for a thrill. Because I hear women say sometimes, oh, the kids are so ungrateful. They don't appreciate me. They'd rather be at work getting a false thrill of appreciation. But women, mothers who have overcome that or overcoming, they're not looking for thrills like that. So they would love being a wife and a mother. They would love it. It would be natural. What a mess, huh?
Well, I appreciate you.
Anything I've said that you disagree with?
Yeah.
Like what?
Oh, anything you said?
Yeah.
I don't think that people are inherently evil. I don't think a child is born evil.
I didn't say a child born.
No, you said
child born innocent.
Yes.
The mother turned the child evil when she imposed her will upon him.
So then in your world, a child should be born and then get rid of the mother.
No, the father should protect the child from the mother. Or the mother should overcome evil so love can work through her instead of hate. Anger is hatred.
Well, what you're saying is interesting because, dude, you say so much great stuff, but then you say stuff and people are not going to take you seriously because they think you're trolling and shit because you don't go gray. You always go black
There is
or
no
white.
gray.
There is, though. Let me explain this to you. I understand what you're saying, but listen. I do agree that society sets up women for victimhood.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
100%.
And that, I'm sorry, blacks, I love you. Blacks are also in the victimhood.
They got it.
Not all of them.
They got it bad. Not all, but most.
Okay. Mexicans,
Same thing.
No, Mexicans
It's
less,
happening to the Mexicans too.
but they're less victimhood.
Because they have Mexican leaders now.
Okay.
They have Mardav and
What
all
about the
these-
Chinese? I don't think they have victimhood.
I don't know yet, but
What about the Koreans?
I don't know. I never hear about them.
They
I
do
know
their
I
own
counsel
thing.
with men and women that are Chinese family, and the mother in the family is the same way all mothers are.
Well, yeah, they're
But-
strong.
Oh man,
Yeah.
they're not strong. They're evil.
Well, okay, you can say that, but
But they don't seem to be as much of, as far as I know, victims as the Mexicans and the blacks and the whites.
I don't.
Women.
What I'm saying is, but there is a thing that women are owed something from men. That is in society.
What they owe?
Well, they think they are. They think that they're looking for a man to rescue them. That's how society trains them in terms of like find a good man, get yourself a good man.
What a setup, huh?
It is.
Yeah.
And black people, not all. We gotta be careful how we say this.
Why?
But because I'll get thrown the fuck out. You know this. I'm white, even though I'm black inside and white on the outside. I'm the opposite. We're a perfect Oreo.
That's right.
But the thing is that black people feel because of slavery.
But that's a lie, though. But it's a made-up lie. Slavery had nothing to do with the condition of black people.
Then tell
today.
Spike Lee. Call Spike Lee.
How will he make money if he doesn't use that?
Have you ever said that?
To who?
I mean, you say Spike. How would you make money?
I would say it if I had a
So you
chance.
think Spike makes money off division?
Why is he pushing racism, so-called racism, and anger like that?
How do you feel that a guy feels that he's oppressed but yet has courtside seats to the Knicks?
What?
Spike says he's oppressed but has courtside seat to the Knicks. What would you
Would
say
he
to that?
still get those seats if he didn't say he was oppressed so that white people could move aside?
Okay, let me ask you this because I know you got to go. Is modern sports plantation mentality?
What do you mean by plantation mentality?
A bunch of black guys on a field.
It's for the money and fame.
Yes.
They
Black
don't
guys
mind-
on the field,
Right.
white owners.
No, that's not plantation.
Black guys buying, selling, trading, NBA.
But the black guy want to be on the court. It pays well.
100%. What I'm saying is
He
little
doesn't
plan-
have to be out there. If
No,
he
he
doesn't.
doesn't.
Be.
But I'm just
So
saying.
that's not slavery.
It's not, but it's a little bit of like, I'm going to trade this black guy for that black guy. No?
That's what you do.
I agree.
You always look for the best person.
Yes.
So that's not slavery either.
Okay.
Amazing, huh?
Amazing.
What a mess! What the?
I appreciate you, buddy.
So let me tell you this for your audience too.
Can you promote what you want?
Yeah, you can have perfect peace. Don't listen to anyone that tells you you can't have perfect peace. I promise you, you can have it right here on earth. You don't have to wait to die. You can have perfect peace while everybody else around you is suffering. They're angry, they're out of control, and you can overcome anger. But you got to know thyself, know yourself, so that you can overcome this false self. You're not your thoughts. You're not your emotions. You're not your body. You're not your job. You're not this. It's what you do, but it's not who you are. But you got to go and forgive your mothers. They did the best they could. Their mother screwed them up and so on. And your father for not protecting you from the mother. He married his mother. He didn't know how to deal with her. And forgive them. The truth will forgive you and give you perfect peace, a clear mind, and you have paradise right here on earth. You got to become whole. Angry people are divided. It's a divided person. A whole person does not have anger or resentment or anything, no hatred or anything. You must become whole, and you can have it right here on earth. Our battle is a spiritual battle. It has nothing to do with color. No such thing as racism, sexism, homophobism, Allahu Akbarism, anti-Semitism, or racism. Those are lies. It's a battle between good and evil. It's spiritual and not physical. And if you want to be free, you got to drop the anger by forgiving your parents first, and the truth will forgive you and make you free. Right here on earth. All thoughts, all lies, all the time about anything.
That is
amazing.
Sounds amazing, brother.
Do you create your own thoughts?
Thank you. Do we?
Do you?
Some people say they're God's whispers.
What?
Some people say sometimes it's God's whispers, your thoughts.
Do you create your own thoughts? Those people crazy. Do you create your own thoughts?
I don't know.
You don't know if you create your own thoughts?
Yeah, I don't. I used to think I did.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I do anymore.
And did I ask you, who were you? On
No.
my show, did I ask you that?
No, who am I?
Who are you?
Jamie Kennedy.
Okay, your name. That's your name.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Who am I? I'm a guy.
I can't hear you.
I'm a guy.
That's what you are in the physical, yes.
In the physical.
But
I think I'm a good dude. I just want to do what I want to do.
But who are you, though?
Well, I don't know the
You
answer.
told me your name. You told me you're a guy. You're a male.
Yeah.
You told me you like doing fun things.
Yeah.
But who are you?
I'm a guy that wants to do what he wants to do. I don't mess with you. You don't mess with
So
me.
you told me that you're someone that want to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
But who are you? Not what you want to do.
I don't know your answer. What you tell me who I am, and I'll only work.
You
from
need to
there.
find out.
Okay. Well,
And you find that out by getting to know who you're not.
Okay. Well, I'm not. Okay, good. I don't wish bad on people, so I'm not that.
You're not your body.
I'm not my body.
You're not your thoughts.
Not my thoughts.
You're not your emotions,
Not
so-called
my
good or
emotions.
bad.
I'm a what? Then I'm just a bunch of gas.
That's what you need. When you stop being those things, the real you will appear.
So be in essence.
Who?
Essence.
I don't know what that is.
Like the festival. Be a spirit. You're saying.
When you stop being who you're not, when you stop
I'm not my
being-
body.
right,
I'm not my mind.
right,
I'm not my emotions.
and you're not your name.
I'm not my name.
You're
so
not
that,
your
wait,
job.
hold on. So take my body away. Take my mind away. Take my emotions away. What's going to sit in this chair and talk to you?
The real you.
Okay, but what is it made out of?
You'll see.
Okay.
When the fake you disappear,
Yeah.
the real you will appear.
I mean, it sounds like I'm a spirit.
The real you will appear when the fake you disappear. When the not you disappear.
Okay. I agree with a lot of what you're saying.
Yeah, amazing, huh?
Amazing. Where can people find you?
They can go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com, or Jesse Lee Peterson something shop.
.shop. Oh, you trying to sell some shit?
Yeah. Rebuildingtheman.com, The Fallen State, FALLEN, thefallenstate.tv,
Yeah.
or JesseLeePeterson.com.
Okay. God bless you.
That was so much fun, huh?
So much fun.
That was amazing.
You the man, bro.
You too, man. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I
I
know.
appreciate you.
Right on. Same here.
Anyone's talking, they're blockers. That's not why I came to Hollywood. Fucking backwards. Bullshit.
I hate to break it to you.